Welcome to Noal, near Venice in Italy. Welcome to a factory dedicated to the motorcycle, among the most sophisticated in the world. Welcome to the heart of Aprilia. Usually far from the media spotlight, the factory opened its doors to take us on a tour of the place where everything begins and where everything takes shape. Coming from the imagination of the designers, it is in this room where the new machines come to life. The design department is one of the most important pieces of the giant puzzle that is the Aprilia factory. Frédéric Devenay from the Aprilia Style Centre tells us more.
L'idée part généralement du marketing.
The idea came from the marketing department, who gave us directions to follow, and then we met up with our boss, Miguel Galusi. We work as a team, we do some brainstorming to get an idea of which direction to follow.
Et donc on travaille en équipe et on développe un peu les idées qu'on a tous.
And then we start with the research. We get together and make a model in the modelling room, and if our bike seems to be interesting, and then we'll start to build it.
Un petit peu faire quelques croquis de recherche. Ensuite, on les confronte un petit peu. Ensuite, on va faire la maquette qui se trouve dans la modelleria qui est à côté. Et voilà un petit peu. Donc après, si la moto est intéressante, on la fait, on la produit.
Alors il y a évidemment pour chaque designer.
Now, does the designer add his own personal touch? Well, we are free to use our style, but it is Miguel Galusi who decides. He imposes a direction to follow, thanks to his know-how.
À un moment, d'imposer un peu certaines idées, avec son savoir-faire, etc., de nous dire d'aller dans cette direction-là.
Every single part and element of an Aprilia is painstakingly thought out before being put into production. Stickers and gouge backdrops are made in this room. Once again, youth comes to the fore to bring the characteristic decor of the Italian make to life. Once the model gets approved, a battery of tests are conducted. Here is where they test the rigidity of the party cycle of a SXV just to the breaking point. More than 1.5 million extremely violent shocks, and this supermoto bike is still going strong. Nothing is left to chance. The more sophisticated machines test and confirm every centimetre of a bike, no matter the level of the party cycle or engine. Euro Standard 3 requires the CO2 emissions to be controlled, analysed to the smallest details, thanks to this mightily impressive machine. And it's in Noal where a revolutionary model was born, the Mana 850. Simple and practical like a large scooter, but with the attributes and performance level of a real motorcycle. The Mana will be in the dealer shops before the year's end. We have to ask why they didn't bring this thing in before, and how does it work? Before diving into the heart of the matter, marketing manager Francesco Polimeni tells us why Aprilia has taken on this challenge. Well, the situation was more or less like this. In the past, the market and the clientele didn't want this type of transmission. Today we've noticed that riders have different necessities. They have several motorbikes in the garage, a motorcycle and a scooter, different things for everyday riding. We thought about this solution with the gearbox. It is 2 or 3 bikes in one. The riders have psychological barriers in terms of the transmission. We're very happy with the way it's worked out. Everybody who has test-ridden the bike needed 5 minutes to get it figured out.
La transmission, mais tous les gens qui ont essayé la moto ont nécessité de 10 minutes pour habituer à la transmission.
Est-ce que vous pensez que
Do you think that this is the future of the motorcycle?
Je suis sûr que
Well, I think it's part of the future, that's for sure. The Mana's transmission system may very well be the future of the motorcycle, but in any case, its line is very present today. Harmonious, slightly sporty, this is a real motorbike you see before you, with radial calipers and inverted fork. It's difficult to imagine the treasures that are hidden inside, and it's about the most practical of its kind ever to be seen in its category. But what is the Mana's secret? In Polynesia, Mana is a magical power. But while the Aprilia engineers are not magicians, they have developed a unique transmission system, again something that has never been seen on a bike before. The first thing that impresses you is the absence of a clutch. To this point, nothing revolutionary. Some constructors have already tested an automatic gearbox with a robotic clutch. The difference is that the Mana's V-shaped twin-cylinder uses, in addition to a sequential box with a handlebar and a foot control, it has a variable scooter-type transmission, but with several modes to choose from. Rain, touring and sport. A simple push of the button with your right thumb, even while moving, allows you to change the mapping and thus the comportment of the engine, simply with no fuss. Thanks to this bit of engineering wizardry, you have several types of two-wheel vehicles at your disposal. A scooter with several different engine characteristics and a proper motorbike with a sequential gearbox. The Mana adapts to every situation, every type of condition, roads, motorways, dries or wet. The party cycle is saying the riding position is comfortable. You can ride in automatic touring mode or you can go for it in sport or sequential settings. The Mana will even let you open up the throttle if you so desire. Here's the project manager, Luca Balduino.
So the main difficulty in developing this bike is that we haven't any reference, and so we spent a lot of time in developing all the different map of the gear. The electronic system has a lot of possibility. There are a lot of things we can change, so the possibility was so much that it was we spent a long time in finding the perfect map of the transmission.
Now, do you think that you've done the best choice and it's reliable?
I don't know if it's the best, but nearly the best.
The Mana is most comfortable in town. Treviso city centre is under rainfall at the moment. This allows us to confirm the performance on the cobblestones. The rain mode is appreciable with smooth acceleration. The 16-litre petrol tank is under the seat, which provides good weight distribution, and you can ride just a tad more than 200 kilometres, riding at a relaxed cadence. The Mana has a very good turning radius, ideal for U-turns and weaving through traffic. The last practical aspect, and not a small one, you can stow a full face helmet in the compartment above the tank. Yet again, something real bikers haven't had just until now. The Mana offers the best of two worlds that the scooter and the motorcycle can offer. A little more than €9,000. It doesn't as yet have a rival, but rest assured the concept will be closely followed.